when I first heard about John O'Keefe, that a Boston police officer had died in the snow, like in the blizzard. I didn't know. I think he just said, I thought maybe he was drinking and like walking home and got lost in the snow, so like freezing to death in the snow. You know what that is. So I felt like some kind of a spiritual connection to this. And then they started saying it's like his girlfriend or something and all that shit. And I saw that he was one of 4 Boston police officers in the sex offender registry, that they go around and they go check up on people, like kind of like a probation officer or parole officer for sex offenders. So I thought maybe there's something going on, and definitely like why would he be so at a derelict party of drunkenness? But so I went to the arraignment, and that's that first video with all that, and I guess you all know how all that works about district court, and then you go to Superior Court in Massachusetts. But so I got all that in a so it was so strange how they were like so adamant about it, and there wasn't anything to be like anything purposeful that she did. They started going on like that, and so I guess and I thought it had something to do. I thought like maybe it's even like she ran him over, but then like they gotta do it a certain way to keep the house out of it. What any of that stuff. But anyway, I got stuck with it. It's like alright, so I was, and you see what I do with the videos. I've got a lot more video from that day of her arraignment on the murder charge up in the Superior Court in Dedham, Norfolk Superior Court. And the ones that are on there with low definition, a couple, that's just, I've got the high definition. If something's not showing, like that one, like there's one that was like a couple weeks ago. I got that. God, I was actually like I ran out of space on my drive, but then I was also had it in a special spot, like someone might do something with that, you know, got it extra, that video. But let me see, and you see all like whatever that guy, that's undercover cop at dude in the car, like whatever he is. I think he's Boston police. That's just my thing. Because certain ways, like he's got his tells, like he's got his like he's so slick and smooth, and God, to be something else, I don't know, a state thing or something, but he's so smooth, and he's got the Boston undercover things they do, like he holds his phone so sloppy and he drops it, and he's got his hands and just they're gonna drop something, like he does that shit, and you can see he's working stuff with his feet. He's got foot controls, and he puts his hand down there to type a little bit, shit like that. No, but like this Turtleboy thing, man, he's like well, his t-shirt, when I show him thumbnail, that's against the law, isn't it? I mean, it's against the law in Russia. And then And then if you guys have it in a file, it's just, you gotta be marking it or something. It's just there. So that's what I think. And you should be complaining to the State Department, U.S. State Department. Remember how it was? Remember how it was? Shit, man, this is an international incident. You know? Fucking. Like, I could just, I was gonna say, and make YouTube do something about it, but like, that's that Turtleboy. Like Rachel Rollins was saying that, our U.S. attorney, she was our Suffolk district attorney, that he was, she was saying she got threats against her kids. Remember? And then she went on that Turtleboy thing. You know, that's back when she was doing her so-called road rage thing in the South Bay Center that I made a video response to and showed the cops doing it way worse back before that. But, yeah, there's the feds in there now, I think. But it's okay, so, yeah, so here's some, the real info, stuff. I got this comment that says ZOE, that name, ZOE, and it's, I think that's gotta be, it's that and one other word, but then it's scrambled and the meaning doesn't mean anything. It's just like if you took those words and put it together, they mean something else. But those are supposed to trigger me, okay? And they'd be coming from either the Freedom of Information Act, the second dump. There's one Freedom of Information Act that went through, and it's on the internet. This other one got passed. I presume it did get passed because it just disappeared off that muck crack thing. And it said it was complied with. Like, they hand it off to each other, which they do, and they all get their damn jobs and shit. And that would have stuff. And it's a certain thing with the kids. So I think, and it's supposed to get you set off and stuff. Either that or they have, like, certain records. Other records. Which they might. I think it's a FOIA. I think it's a second FOIA dump, though. It's more likely. But, so I think that's what they were doing to Rachel Rollins. They were doing shit to her, set her off. And so I'm kind of guessing before she went on that Turtleboy thing. And I think those are all the same people as Turtleboy. Turtleboy is, of course, fake. He's not right wing. He's not like fucking towny. He's not fucking white working class. He's like the neoliberals, the whole thing, that work it and all this blackmail and shit. But so I think they're getting Rachel Rollins tweaked because there's no way, if someone's threatening her kids and it's like a thing, she'll say that because that's the thing that's okay to say. Like, she can't say, oh, they got blackmail, or they say something embarrassing, and they also mention my kids, and they also mention the kids and kind of fuck around and blackmail and mix up stuff. Or, like, they do worse stuff. They do threaten the kids and all that. But it was kind of weird that she'd say that. So I think she'd say that as, like, a blackmail victim, or just kind of that threatened thing, to then have something to say. And that's why she said it like that. Because her dad's white, and he's some Boston guy. Some white Irish guy. Most people don't know that. But I don't know. I don't know if I haven't said anything. Well, maybe, I don't know. You got to look at this Turtleboy thing. And you got to look at the John O'Keefe cover-up. They're still covering up shit. Like, okay, so you look at the Turtleboy shit when he first started, like last week. It was all like that teenager and the dog, whatever, start the fight and whatever the fuck. And he doesn't know why. Now and then the cover-up is after the fact, and the sister-in-law, Jennifer McCabe, like, she's fucking gets sucked into it. And now finally he says lured. I haven't looked at him in the last few days, so I don't want to deal with it. But I noticed he switched it, and he's like, she lured him, which makes sense. But before he wasn't doing that. And I was saying it's got to be that, because, like, it's like either it's kind of a, if it's an on purpose, like all the way killing, like they brought him out there to kill him or something. It's kind of weird that he'd have any dog bites or whatever. So it probably is like kind of spontaneously, or it happens, right? But they've got all kinds of stuff, I think, especially the dog bites. And then you look at him, if I got the right one on the steps, he's the kind of guy that's maybe, you know, kind of that type who's failing, crumbling. So it could happen. But for Jeff McCabe to invited him, it would have been like fucking, like about something they have to talk about and be angry at him. And so something like that happened. It's most likely got out of hand, and he's laying there, and then they have to decide, God, they cold-bloodedly leave him out in the snow instead of putting him in the hospital, letting him wake up. So blackmail's got to be swinging their way, right? Or the badness, right? Like they'd be in trouble for some underlying thing, not for the beating, but for the, like they're in trouble, and that's why they have to talk to him. You know, because like, and then for the teenager, if the teenager is going to jump him and be so adamant, it would sound like that John O'Keefe, maybe had done something, you know, right? And so the teenager's mad at him, like something bad. But then that doesn't make sense. They would then kill him. So probably, I'm even thinking maybe the teenager isn't totally a central thing in it, and that Turtleboy's putting out the threats on him to work in a certain way, to scare him, and not to keep him quiet, because he might know all this stuff. And it's just, how much stuff is he also implicated in? He's like, what is he, 18 or 19 or whatever the fuck, and he'd know all the fucking capital R word, the R stuff, you know, that goes on. You know, like on my sign with the word R, that starts with R. And maybe he'd be all implicated, but it's to crush him into a certain position. Now, there was this other, that girl that they said was a suicide. She hanged herself, like out in Hopkinton. There's another kid that from Hopkinton that he died in the woods or disappeared. I think Erie hanged himself, or they say it, like over also, but the woods is over into another county up in Worcester County. And I haven't studied that case, but the Hopkinton, they had everything all up in arms, like her friends that are white had lynched her. But just before this, they're all like lovers and friends, and so it's like a big fight, and they hate each other now, and like, so, but then they all got to be like lynching racist, and really it's like they're rejecting, you know, and it's only because they're so close, and then they split up. It's like that kind of thing. And then by slamming them like that, it keeps them quiet. So I always thought that was a thing to keep quiet, and they're covering it up. And all the fucking characters came out. Like Tito Jackson went out there, saw him shaking hands. That motherfucker, he's on one of my videos. I didn't put it up, but he's out in a distance, because I don't go up close to people for that, and I should have. But he's like shaking hands, and he had all the Black Lives Matter type entities, I guess, there. Oh God, there's all these chicks, these cool black chicks, teenagers and stuff, and 20-somethings, and they had this nice big truck with signs on it and stuff. You know, they had this money, and I guess that stuff got closed down. Turtleboy was going after the one that what's her name? That she's in trouble. She's a Black Lives Matter thing, and she got in trouble for all some tax evasion and just whatever the hell it is. You know, they had to stomp her. And Turtleboy is all dogging her. You know, and they set it up and then knock it down. Turtleboy is the liberals. Turtleboy is the neoliberals. But just that. I want you guys to pay attention to this. You guys got to study this over there. You know, and complain. You put it on your list, man. Put it, you know, take it to the U.S. State Department or whoever, and talk to YouTube and shit about stuff. Like, this is ridiculous, you know. Or just keep an eye on it, you know. The moral. It is important. You guys are methodical, and you listen. You know. So, and what was it? I'm gonna make more videos like this, and I'm not gonna edit this. I'll just leave it this long ass thing, and it can be like, just, yeah, it doesn't matter, you don't care. Trying to think. That Turtleboy, I guess you guys know that that's not a real person, right? That's like CGI or something, right? I haven't really looked at him because he's so annoying. But when it's that annoying, it's gotta be on purpose. Like he'll like live rent free in your head, like, and I think they designed it. Like, maybe it doesn't annoy you though, because you don't have to be here with this shit. And he's like, fuck, it's a ripoff. He's parodying it, setting people up and shit. This country's gotten weird. This is 1993. Now you turn the pages to 1993. Man, we're gonna go into it. Nothing's like 93, right? Tell people like, and they don't believe it. Like I tell young Russians, I was telling young, like about 1993, and they don't. No one can fucking believe it. And it's like now they'll believe it though after the last couple of years, just because of how devious stuff is. So now they're gonna believe those old stories because they know how dirty shit is, and so they could think, okay, maybe because of that shit. And that was like, God, man, it was coming from. Now you see, I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe this shit. This is crazy. These last few years. Now we know. Like, yeah, I hope you all do pay definite attention to this, and I'll come up with some details. I didn't really tell you anything. What did I do? Put stuff together. Yeah, try to get it. I'll be uploading some more stuff too, to get the background on it. But that Turtleboy's like doing this like total fucking cover-up thing. Like, notice how they're like, no news covers it. I went out there. I'm the only news. I'm the only one that's covering anything for the arraignment, for the murder arraignment at Superior Court. And it's like, they had like a stand down order, all the news media, some weird fucking shit. And it's like, the union guy, Turtleboy won't even do that, union guy. Oh, what's his name? That weird, like, Pee Wee Herman looking dude. That's some creepy shit, man. Like, damn. Yeah, so, yeah, Turtleboy, there's nothing, and all of a sudden, her lawyers, file a thing. They say like what really happened. The fucking that he's like, how long does it take to die in the snow thing? Now it's like, now finally Turtleboy comes out, and Turtleboy has all the documents, all the Freedom of Information Act, everything, and that's like. Yeah. That's some sick shit. Oh, yeah, okay, so, well, there's that video about Children's Hospital, and I talk about that, right? Like, I talk enough on there, right? So you look at that and see what I say, but, yeah, they got, that's systematic. They got that stuff going on, had that stuff going on, paying off one person after another, one family after another. And that's systematic, in Tufts Hospital had a children's pediatric emergency room and hospital, and then they closed it, or it's merging with Children's Hospital. So that's going to be the only thing. And yeah, it's really bad. It's all the fucking way, and that shit goes all the way into everything. Like that second FOIA dump probably has all the stuff in it too. Jeez, man. And that's what they do with their blackmail and their shit. And there's got to be some stuff. That's why I went out there. Because that's, you know, the house, it's Brian Albert. So he's one of the actors in Boston's finest. And so I think the other cop that committed suicide a few years ago, when was that, 2014 or something like that, around then, Pat, what was his name? I don't want to say the other one. There's this other guy with the same first name who's in prison now, but oh man, I'm spacing out, man. Well, anyway, the cop on America's Finest that committed suicide, he like, who knows, like, maybe he didn't. And God, there's nothing on the fucking internet about it. And then it's like, he fucking supposedly shot himself in the head with his own gun in his house. But that could have been someone else doing it. And that's on this show. That's with the same fuckers. That's with the same Brian Albert guy. That same fucking dude. So maybe not, you know. And yeah, because his mom, you know, he went to go see her that afternoon. She lives over near to the Neponset River, near the Firemen's Union, sort of near that neighborhood. And I knew he had stuff to do with C11, that police precinct. And when I found some stuff on the internet, I do stop by there. And they had Pat Rose, like, comforting the mom. And that's the old Boston Police Union, the Patrolmen's Union head. And now he's in prison. Like you see the sign on my window, right? Like, you know, it's on Google Maps, the old stuff. Street View, like, just set the date back. Fucking abused us and chased us out. We got so much abuse, I haven't even gone into it. Police trying to jump in my door and shit. But YouTube's being a pig too. They're like, but I don't think that might not have been, right? Especially with this shit, so we could find out, right? Or think about it. These fuckers, they sold that house too. Brian Albert, the fuckers. I thought the kids seemed nice, or the teenagers. They yelled at me out the window. Told me to fuck off, gave me the finger, but they seem nice though. The ones that live there. Like they were doing that, but they seemed like nice, good people or something. So, and even some of those kids, I kind of see through it. I don't know. I think Turtleboy's being a pig and trying to shut everyone down. And there's just no way, like, it doesn't make any sense. The whole fucking shit he's pushing. That's not even a real person, though. It's like an entity. But I just wanted to get you guys to fucking pay attention to this, because I know you fucking listen to fucking everything I say. You know, these fuckers. This country's so fucking ass, man. I'm laying down too. But yeah, I'll make more videos later. to keep up to date, or maybe I'll write some stuff. But I might just do it like on video and make the fuckers have to listen. Or not. They probably won't. I know you guys are listening. Hope you listen, man. Smacking babies at the christening. That's when I woke up, man. Right there, right upstairs. Perfect, flawless comprehension. I'm not even fucking me. People are so stupid. Probably lost track, right? Probably lost track. Dummy. Don't know nothing, right? You know. I don't know, you gotta help us. You gotta, at least just, fucking put it in the notebook, that helps. Every little bit helps, Put it in the filing cabinet. I've been studying so much history. Everything we got, everything on YouTube, that's all MI6, CIA, all the Marxist-Leninism.